To listen to your messages, press 1.
I have total respect for our police officers. All they have to deal with most of the day are people breaking the law or not doing what they're supposed to, or they're putting themselves out there doing something that I don't want to do. So I'm so glad that they do that, and there are people that will do that job. And this is not the 1800s anymore, 1700s anymore. We should have changed our point of view of who lives. We never should have had those point of views anyway. All lives matter.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mac, for everything you do. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
Hi, I work for the U.S. Postal Service, and I work with people that are from Sudan and from all over the world. And they are some of the nicest people you would ever want to meet. And I worry about them because I don't want people to be prejudiced against them. I have two brothers. They're retired police officers, and I'm so glad they're retired. I never heard them utter a derogatory term towards any racial group. They just wanted to uphold the law. And like I say, I'm so glad they're retired because I don't want anything bad to happen to them. I don't want them put in a bad situation, and they are out of it. I respect police officers. I am trying to wave to them now when I see them because I know that they are hurting.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, when somebody calls and they want a police officer, that's when they're really happy to see them. Thanks, Jay. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. And you think about that today, police officers now, when a call comes in, there was already a sense of the unknown and the unsure, but after these recent incidents, I can't imagine what goes through your mind. And the fact that you will still go, heroic, absolutely heroic.
As a police officer, I would like to thank everybody for the support. I am proud to support all members of the community that I work for. But if anyone has a friend or sees anyone calling out in support of one category, whether it be black, blue, or even ginger lives that matter, please remember or remind them that we all belong to one race, the human race, and that is what matters. We need to stop segregating ourselves in the different categories, just like in the military. When we'd have our equal opportunity training, I was taught that apparently we are different. But to me, none of that mattered because we were all green. We all need to stand up and hold ourselves accountable for our own actions. And no matter what the case is, gather all evidence before we start judging and pointing fingers.
Yeah, and I think the last part of that, I think the knee-jerk reaction and waiting, instead of waiting for investigations to occur, waiting to find out what really happened, trusting a single eyewitness, that is certainly a problem that happens. But I think that you will hear people say, it's easy for some to say we're all one race and we're all one people. It's very interesting to me that when we hear a group of people saying, hey, we don't feel like our lives matter because the color of our skin, that a response to that is, hey, man, all lives matter. Doesn't that seem interesting to you? Instead of saying, hey, why do you feel that way? And is there something that needs to change? Is there some culpability? Because truly, if all lives matter, and then you have a group of people who feel like their lives don't matter, do you really believe that all lives matter when you dismiss their concerns out of hand? Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I've really had to question within myself because when I first started hearing that phrase, Black Lives Matter, I was with a lot of people saying, you know what, that feels like you're trying to set yourself apart. But as I have watched, and as I have watched people hurting in this country, feeling a certain way, I've started to ask a different question, and that is, how come you're not saying all lives matter? And I've started asking, why do you feel that way? And what parts of that are legitimate? Because parts of it are. What parts of that are perception that needs to be changed? What parts of that are my responsibility or the government's responsibility? Seriously, why is it that when a group of people says, because of the color of our skin, we don't feel like we matter, that the response is, oh yeah, all lives matter. Why are you separating yourselves? Isn't that strange? Strange to me. Something to think about. And only you can decide where you land on that.